Okay, composing and orchestrating a 5/6 progression in minor, otherwise known as a deceptive cadence. Let's first focus on recognizing the 5/6 in disguise. Now, I imagine some of you probably were able to recognize that progression just by ear, but be careful because the name of the video is referring to the 5/6 progression. You're probably pre-programmed to already perceive that. So that's not going to be sufficient. You have to be able to really hear it on its own. So let's go ahead and examine it. Let's first look at the strings, focusing on the lower strings. So that was the cellos and the double basses. Now I'm going to play the cellos and double basses again, but this time I will add the viola at the end. So notice how the viola functions as the fifth there. Whereas prior it wasn't necessary because you had both double bass and cello. But the key to understand is this. We have a half-step relationship, okay? And the 5/6 progression in minor has a half-step relationship between the roots, okay? That is one of the features. Okay, and if you don't believe me, you can just verify. Okay, let me play it again and listen for that half-step relationship. Okay, the 5, if you don't believe it, just verify on your own. The 5/6 in minor has a half-step relationship, okay? Because in minor keys, the distance from the fifth of the scale to the sixth, when it has not been raised, is always going to be a half-step. Another feature of the 5/6 in minor is as follows. Each chord is a major chord, okay? So part of the DNA of a 5/6 progression in minor is that we have two major chords that go from one to the other, and the distance between their roots is a half step, okay? Let's just do this abstractly. I'm going to choose something simple, A minor. And let's go between where can we find two major chords right next to each other. Okay, so nope. Nope. The third of A minor is a major chord, but it's followed by a minor chord. Okay, the 4 chord. Okay, so we don't really have much options. The only thing would be the 5th, and of course we have to raise the 3rd to have that powerful feeling of the leading tone. So this is A minor. We have the 5th, the dominant chord. Okay, so in tonal harmony, at least, there is no other possibility. When you have two major chords that are connected or at a distance of a minor second between the two, then automatically you know that you are in a minor key and it's a 5/6 progression. Let me play this back in the original example. One other thing just to mention that you probably figured out is be wary of the key signature. So yes, the key signature is 3 flats, and we do see E flat on that first chord in 117. But once we get to 118, you can't always trust the key signature. There's lots of accidentals kind of nullifying that key signature. So you really have to use your ear, but also logic. So don't forget, 5-6 in minor is a major chord to another major chord separated by a half step, specifically a minor second.